I'm going to try to make this quick as possible. So I made a proof of concept, and I kind of want you guys to, like, tell me your opinions on it, because I honestly, I never have any good judgment on how good an idea is or anything. So the initial idea for this entire project was you can craft things in an infusion table like this, which is you make it over there by dropping an ender eye on it, and it identifies whatever. That's later. This is basic proof of concept stuff. But, like, there's simple crafting recipes you can do in your inventory right here, and then there's more dynamic that you have to use there. Now, the simple crafting recipes are just like this. Damn it. And you just infuse an ender pearl with an ability, and then whenever you toss it or cast it by throwing it or anything, it will, like, use its spell and then destroy itself. Now, there are 8 powders to each thing, and those 8 powders are not final. I'm probably going to change up the recipes and all of that later. Now, the idea for it is with the more complicated recipes, this is the thing that, like, started it all, by the way. You go in and, you can infuse this iron ingot with a bunch of stuff, and then you can get a special ingot, which I'm probably going to name, like, nether ingot or something, which I can actually do without having the name italicized, because, like, right here's the default format, and then with NBT editing, I can go in and change the give command, which is really helpful. I may do a video on that later if so asked. And then I go in and I can do something like this, and that would be the crafting recipe for a sword. Now this sword would probably have, like, an ability where it has fire aspect 10, but only whenever you have blaze powder in your inventory or something. That was the entire idea behind this thing, and I just wanted to make something, like, sort of special behind it. Now, it's fairly simple on how it all works. Whenever you have an item in a slot and another item in the same slot, or whatever, it only scans these 2 right now. I may have more later, but right now I'm only using 2 for the proof of concept. So right now it's 35, but let's change that out for, like, redstone. Now it's 10, and etc. It calculates based on the item that is in each. So essentially these 2 lines are the same, but it's just using a different scoreboard. This right here, it sets everyone's inventory 10 to 0. Then, if you have 1 prismarine crystal, and only 1, that was to prevent any possible, like, using up of entire piles of items, it will set your inventory 10 to 1. If there's redstone, it will set it to 2, and then glowstone 3, etc. And same thing for 28 here, the inventory 28 score. And then that calculates the recipe that you have based on making your inventory 10 equivalent to your inventory item, and then multiplying your inventory 28 to your inventory item. Now that makes it so there's a lot of different crafting recipes I can work with. Currently, with the 8 items that I have, I can use 33 recipes because of the 3 overlapping numbers in the identification system, which are 4, 6, and 8, which are in early sort of recipes with the prismarine mostly. The prismarine with gunpowder, cactus green, and bone meal, and then whatever. Those overlap, but it allows me to go in and identify a bunch of different recipes, and it also makes it so if there's only 1 item, it will stay 0, and that allows me to have a universal variable for clearing the slots of a minimum of 1, and if it's ever over 1, it'll clear those slots, but only if you have an ender pearl in your inventory slot right here. And that is for both. And then this right here is the recipe. It's only 4 command blocks for each recipe, and every item only needs 2 command blocks, or 1 command block for every slot that you're using for the crafting system. And it goes in and sets whenever it's true, whenever you have the 2 powders and an ender pearl, it will set that ender pearl in that slot to an ender pearl with this NBT data with an author tag of 15. Now this is my universal sort of identifier for that item. The author tag works on all items and it stays there, but it does not show up. So it essentially allows me to give an item a word, a number, or any data that I can identify it anywhere in the world on any player or entity. Now I use that over here on this, and to identify it, really all I need is like this here, so item, and then it's then curly brackets. Damn it, I'm like really bad today. And then tag, and then in the tag, is it 3 curly brackets? What am I doing? Yeah, it is 3 curly brackets. And then author, then in there it is name. That's the, whatever, that's how I would identify it. And then it goes in, and whenever this gets set to 1, whenever it's on the ground, and only when it's on the ground, it'll set its EPC to 1. Then this executes on all entities that have an EPC of 1, to set block underneath them glowstone. But that's just the basic spell for this. And then this then executes to kill that entity, so it executes itself. And that's essentially the proof of concept for this entire thing. I want to flush this out a lot more, but I'm not really good with making up recipes, so if you have ideas, feel free to just vomit them down below in the comments. But that's the entirety of this proof of concept in the fastest that I can do it, without screwing up horribly. So yeah, thanks for watching, see you guys next time.